Alright YouTube, I'm back at it. I actually ended up having a little bit of a reprieve in my schedule. When I got over to the office, I discovered that the person I was supposed to meet with needed to reschedule. So I ended up having a little bit of extra time on my hands. I did some work at the office, went home, grabbed a bite to eat. Now I'm back on the road. This looks familiar. The reason why this area looks familiar is because I'm literally going the exact same route as I went to my first appointment, only this time not getting off at what would be the next exit, this exit 8 up here. We're going considerably farther, this time about 8 exits up to Vandergrift, PA. So I'm in for about a 30-minute ride, and this will be the last appointment for the day. And then I'll turn around and make my way home after that. The clouds are starting to gather. They said it was going to do that in the afternoon, but the weatherman said it's not supposed to rain until after sundown. So what's the worst that could happen, right? The weatherman has never gotten that wrong before. So we'll see what happens. Whatever the event is, I'm prepared for it. So I've actually taken this stretch of highway before. It's a pretty straight shot. Shoot. I do 11 miles worth of driving after you get off the highway. That's how I gauge my drives. I look at the distance that I have to the exit that I'm going to, and then see what the remaining distance is. So this says I've got 14 miles to go to the exit, but the entire ride is 25 miles from here. So even when I get to the exit, I'm not going to be terribly close to where I'm going. I still got 11 miles. I hate those kind of rides. I like for my destinations to be right off the highway, you know, 2 or 3 miles, and I'm good. That means I'm going to be on some back country road somewhere. I really don't want to be. And I would take this to the cruising lane, and I remember one time years ago, I was a lot younger. I was driving through here in my car, and I had one of them nagging girlfriends. We've all been there. And she was just in my ear, just doing all this. And I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And my speed got away from me, and the police caught up to me. I ended up getting a speeding ticket because I had somebody nagging in my ear like this. It wasn't a good night that night, but it reminds me, I'm reminded of that every time I pass through here to keep my eyes out for the police. I'm gonna stop here and get some gas. Almost did myself dirty, y'all. Almost did myself dirty. I'm just cruising along and not paying attention to my gas tank. lost about 12 minutes making that stop off of my arrival time, that is. But again, so now it's putting me at my arrival about maybe about 5 minutes early, and that's the value of leaving early. If you got to make a stop, you have time. You leave late, well, you know what happens. That was the first time I ever had to wait in a line for gas. There was like 3 cars ahead of me. That was at a local Sam's Club where gas was $4.09 a gallon. Is saving 20 cents worth waiting in line like that? I don't know. I only did it because it was the only gas station over here. I did meet a really nice lady who was willing to let me use her Sam's card. I didn't want to have to purchase a Sam's membership just to buy gas. Was not trying to do that today. Not that I can't, but I'm single. I live alone. I don't really have a need to buy in bulk. All right, back on the road. Exit 16. I'm at 13 right now. I have to make some time a little bit. The woman at the gas station asked me, she said, "How are you not scared to death riding that thing? It's like a bicycle on steroids." So I agreed with her on that standpoint. I said, yeah, I suppose a motorcycle could be called a bike on steroids. That's true. But what I told her was motorcycles are as safe as the person riding them, just like cars. You can be a fool on 2 wheels, or you can be a fool on 4 wheels. And I believe the chances of you killing yourself are about the same. As a matter of fact, check this guy out. Now, nobody is going to mistake me for Robert Simmons anytime soon. I'll probably never teach a bicycle safety course or a motorcycle safety course. I'll never teach a safety course. I know Cruiseman has got some safety tips out there. I like MC Rider, Rich and Cake Boots and Jeans. They do a lot of safety stuff and everything else. You'll never see me doing that. But you don't really have to be a master of safe riding skills to know not to do this. This is just you caring about your life or not caring about your life. I know this clip is not brand new, and a lot of people have made a lot of comments about it. A lot of people were saying he was probably drunk or high, and if that's true, and then you still gone on a bike, you really don't care about your life. It'd be the same as if you were drunk and you got into a car. And some people believe they can fully function being high or drunk. I had one person tell me one time, yeah, you just can't operate large machinery while you're high, but you can drive. So my question to him was, isn't a car considered a large machine? This is a motovlog. Isn't a motorcycle considered a large machine? Hey, you do what you want to. Do what you want. It just doesn't seem like a good idea just because it can be done. That's my point. I could steer this bike with my feet if I wanted to. That doesn't make it a good idea. I don't really get into showing a whole bunch of videos about people getting hurt and people getting into crashes and stuff like that. There's plenty of them out there. You can go look those up if you want to. But this one right here, I couldn't let this one pass by. This one was just stupid. There's a lot of stupid out there. You know, and don't get me wrong, because we are, you know, those of us who ride motorcycles, we take a lot of risks anyway. You know, we don't follow all the rules all the time. That's true. I've made a couple of maneuvers I wouldn't have dared tried in a car. There's another one. Yeah, I've done some things I wouldn't dare try in a car. You know, every now and again a rule gets bent. But if you're at a railroad crossing or a drawbridge or something like that, and that arm comes down and those lights start flashing, that ain't the time to see how fast your Goldwing is. And that's the other thing. I mean, you're pulling a camper on top of that. I felt worse for the Goldwing than I did for the guy riding it. Made all of us Goldwings look bad. You messed it up for everybody. I'm officially nowhere. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I have no idea where I'm at right now. Let's see here, 356 south. All right, now let's follow this for 5 miles to Leechburg Road. Now, I've heard of Leechburg Road before. I don't think I really knew it was out this far. Not even in Allegheny County anymore. I have literally never seen this before in my life. Been in Pittsburgh for almost 40 some odd years. Take away the time that I spent away at college and my first job. Been in Pittsburgh almost my whole life. And I've never been really out this way before. 316, 327, 11 minutes, 7.5 miles. They have 3 more miles on this road. I know I wouldn't want to be back here at nighttime. It probably gets real dark back here. Question for you. How much downshifting do you do when you're coming to a stop? I find myself doing it frequently out of habit. I don't brake as hard because I downshift quite frequently. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's what I do. Whew. I wonder if those guys are getting hazard pay. I wouldn't want to be on no hillside like that. You know, 50,000-pound machine. Ain't no way in the world you catch me doing that. I'll be that guy. I'll hold the stop sign while y'all climb up on the hillside and do what you gotta do.